May the light of 1,000 suns shine through. May the light
had a car accident and I couldn't sit or stand for more than 15 minutes. So I started meditation lying down in bed, and now, power of meditation, I can sit for 2 hours on the floor. I mean, that was like, I didn't think in a million years that I could ever do that.
In my lower L3, L4, I was having an issue. It's completely been cured with the regular meditation.
In 2012 August, I got an injury, ligament injury, and it was a complete tear. Slowly and gradually, my walking has been stopped and I was on bed.
Happy morning.
In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Jnanagni Dagdha Karmana. If we create the wisdom of fire, that will automatically cessate the suffering. And that is what Patriji put into the words. Spiritual intellect is the root and physical health is the fruit.
Every day, every week, I saw myself growing into a different being. It was a combined effort, like the teachings, the science behind it, the art, and the benefits. All of them were kind of grounded into a simple language.
I also recognize that I create all my reality, which is such a freedom, because when you don't have to blame somebody or become a victim, and you recognize that whatever situation has happened is because you wanted it, then you start enjoying it actually.
With the practice of meditation, we could see amazing response within 6 days. The conflicts between the colleagues are getting resolved, and sister doctor conflicts are going away, and even intra-familial family issues were also getting resolved. By just becoming aware of what's going on in the subconscious mind. They are becoming aware of their own subconscious thoughts, subconscious words, subconscious emotions, and they are consciously choosing to respond in a different way in a particular situation.
I have healed myself from asthma and skin problems, and I was also able to stop taking medication for thyroid issue after 8 years. I believe these issues were caused by hormonal changes after pregnancy. Through meditation, I realized that these problems were created in my mind, and I was not expressing myself and holding on emotions.
So on a spiritual level, I started evolving, and on a physical level, I healed a couple of diseases which I used to understand that that's the way I have to live throughout. But my migraine headaches, vertigo. Yesterday I got my diabetes, range checked, and this is well within limits. So from tablets, I used to take some 8 to 10 tablets in the morning and again at night. Now I'm on only 2 tablets, and I've got a goal to be totally medicine free in another next 10 months. So I'm actually gradually evolving towards it. And this is only possible because of meditation.
I had a fracture on my foot. Then when I went for the doctors, the gap has already formed and I was advised for a surgery. I could keep myself without any stress, with full confidence that I will heal this. I was visualizing that I am already healed and I am dancing. I went to the marriage function. I went to Bangalore even for the reception. At any point of time, I was not stressed, and I was with joy that it has healed. And when the next X-ray was taken and it was joining, and finally I got it healed without any surgery. That was really great for me. Then I thought that was the power of meditation and the body and mind connection.
Happy morning, friends, and a wonderful evening. Joining from the West. Welcome back. These videos are an amazing testimonial to what we learned yesterday. Psychosomaticism, that's how our mind is, how our psyche is, so is our body. I personally have experienced it significantly. Though I didn't come into meditation for healing, I was suffering through a condition called bronchitis for over 25 years since my college days. And I always thought that is part of my life, hereditary, some things that are triggered by, environment, when the environment changes or the dust, whatever that is, it triggers and then it happens, right? There's no other go for me. That I had learned to live with it. My sister was a medical doctor. She would say, no, you have to reduce your stress if you really have to take control of it. But then I didn't know that how I could relieve stress. From there to within 3 months, realizing that I've not had any single episode and so far not had to take any medication was a huge change. But that is possible because of meditation. When I understood the science of it, I realized, hey, this is not accidental. It is not something that, happened for few. And as you can see from those videos, it's possible for everyone. Of course, there are many more benefits of meditation. So let's hear more from Chandra sir. So, Chandra.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon, evening. When we let our body operate naturally, things seem to be fine. Whether it is myself, whether it is Rakesh ji, whether it is everyone in those videos, meditation is letting things happen naturally to the body. If you recognize that everything around is intelligently taking care of itself, which is including our body, the nature, if you let it take care of itself, things will just work fine. And the body, we're not allowing it to happen because of this constant intervention into its functioning through unknowingly, through a thought, through a worry, indicating to it that it is a dangerous thing. The survival, that living, jobs will be there, or people will be there, our relationship will be fine or not. That old thought is indicating that it is a dangerous situation. It's going to be difficult life. When I keep indicating, then mind, it is what it is, an interpreter of signals. And then so it simply takes it as danger and then so moving in. That's what we're learning as a stress relief concept yesterday. The stress concept. Intense negative thought that is impacting functioning of the body, which is indicating to the body that it is an imminent danger. So take care of it. Danger means emergency mode. And so we just have to let things happen naturally. It applies to everything. That's the whole essence of meditation, is to let things happen naturally. Can I do that? to my body. I need to remove unwanted thought. Something's going to happen 5 years later. Why should I worry about it now? Why should I be worried about what happens 5 years later? Something happened 10 years ago. You see the person, it triggers. Should it be? Clearly, we don't have the mastery of our mind. In many cases, triggers happen. Immediately, our time is gone. A small accident on the road triggers something else for us. That whole thought process in the mind is then what happens if it happened to me? How would I have reacted? What would happen? Oh my God. We put ourselves in the situation, imagining all the worst possibilities. That's interference, because then we're thinking and we're signaling to the body. That's epigenetics, signaling to the body that something is not right. It is going to be a difficult situation. So the whole idea, is the same thing in interfering with children. Then they don't grow well, they're dependent, there is friction. If we allow them to be naturally as they are, then if we recognize the whole thing, that this is an intelligent system. This body is intelligent. The mind is got a vast amount of resources. Intellect can grow, intellect can reason by having the right understanding and knowledge. We keep interfering with colleagues into children, then they, as they grow up, they interfere into their children, and so it's a cycle, it's a vicious cycle. The elders keep interfering into the juniors, vicious cycle. So you don't let things naturally happen. Friction comes. That leads to something else. Things don't work right. We know this. The leadership roles are changing to more of a servant leadership, enablement leadership. Authoritative leadership is gone, must go. Bossism, hierarchy, they have to dissolve. Hierarchy for guidance should be there, not for position and power to hold and then say, this, I'm telling you, do it. We know this. That's interference. If we leave it naturally and then let people evolve, things will happen. If we leave the body, things will happen. That's what I do. This body is working without medication for 20 plus years now, 24 years. No medication, not necessary. The body heals. If we can keep our thoughts sane, and then if we do not interfere into it with anything external, it itself is intelligent. The biggest pharmaceutical machine on the planet is human body. If a pharmaceutical factory is producing chemical and then you compute by how many people it's serving and how many chemicals it's producing, this is the biggest factory. Any chemical can be produced here in this body, and then it is serving trillions of cells, which are beautifully working together. Non-interference. Nature, we go and interfere, we destroy. So obviously this is going to lead towards a lot of imbalances everywhere. And it all starts with thought. And so then Patanjali rightly said, Patanjali Maharshi from Yoga Sutras said, Yogah chitta vritti nirodha. For meditation, Patanjali Maharshi has done enormous work, enormous service. We are ever grateful to this Grand Master for meditation. He abstracted the model and then he talked about how you can improve how one can improve themselves. And so he laid out a model. Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs of yoga by Patanjali. Then he wrote all of the Yoga Sutras. Then he said, Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga means union. Here, unioning, we are becoming union with the body, mind, and the intelligence that we are, not just the body. We don't stop there. We stop with simple body union, it's Hatha Yoga. With the energy body, it's pranayama. Of course, with our work, we say karma yoga. With knowledge, jnana yoga. With meditation, with our higher self, dhyana yoga. Music, nada yoga. Union. With cricket yoga. Union. Become one. Yoga chitta vritti. But yoga is not just union with the body, it's union with everything that is there, the existence, the wholeness. How do you do? Chitta, vritti, nirodha, non-interference. Chitta, vritti, the restless vritti, the nature of the chitta, the mind, restless nature of the mind, nirodha, has to be controlled, regulated. Nirodha means to be removed. How do we remove? Not by controlling, by simply, when mind wanders, bring it back. Don't try to control and remove. When mind wandering, bring it back. That's observation of the breath. Bring it back to what? To an object. In your case, bring it to the breath. Breath is a lot more intelligent than a plain object. Breath is the force that is governing the human machine. And so then we bring it to the breath, and then a lot more things happen. So yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. So when you remove the mind, unwanted mind stuff, then you're not interfering into the body, you're not interfering into the children, you're not interfering into the nature. It is that thought, which is crooked most of the time, which is dominating, which wants control, which wants authority, which wants recognition, which is full of attachment, is driving, is causing the interference, is causing things to be imbalanced. The first step is to become empty in our minds, our body starts becoming balanced. That's the whole thing about stress. That's all it is. Jesus Christ said, I fasted for 40 days. You fast for 40 days, not just food. Fast here. Be still, and then you will recognize that you become the God. That's from the Western scriptures and philosophy. Be still, and you will know that you are God. Means you are that. And which is the same thing echoed in Vedic Upanishads and all of it. Bhagavad Gita is a stress-relief subject. Arjuna was agitated with all this emotional turmoil. Arjuna did not want this intense attachment, did not know, I cannot kill my relatives. How is it possible? He was in big turmoil. Then Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita. He says that yoga, tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna. Become a yogi immediately, Arjuna. Come on, what are you saying? It's a drama, it's temporary, it is just showing up there. It's an experience of the infinite experience of dimensions that are there. Tasmad yogi bhava, become a yogi immediately. Tapasvi, jnani, karma yogi, and then yogi. Tapasvi bhyadiko yogi, jnani bhyopi mathodikaha. Yogi, tasmad yogi. Yogi is greater than tapasvi, with rituals, practicing ascetic, simply doing rituals. I mean, simply having control of the body. That's not sufficient. We have to go beyond. Jnani, just go on reading, go beyond. Karma yogi, go beyond. Just stop doing only rituals. Become a yogi, true yogi. Become one with me, meaning the whole consciousness, existence. So then, dear friends, he gave that sutra. He gave knowledge, saying that we are temporarily living here, experiencing. You've got a purpose here to establish dharma, to do according to your dharma. Go and then be in the battlefield means turmoil, inner turmoil, symbolic. There are a lot of symbolic stuff that is written. Krishna represents the entire consciousness, Arjuna represents human, the observer, the observed. We become from an observer to the observer. Essence of Bhagavad Gita through meditation. And so everything will become beautiful. All our actions, everything will have to become beautiful because we understand that we are much bigger than this. But what are difference in the context of stress? When we avoid interference, everything will be all right. You try with the relationships. Avoid interference. Let people do. I have a way, they'll have a way. If the body is allowed to be intelligently work, then automatically body will heal. Now, one of the things is this whole concept of, this whole youthfulness. Now, body will go on. Thoughts create reality. If we stop thinking, or if we stop interfering, it remains youthful. Why some people look young Must be very, very less stressful there for them in their life. They'll go on working without worrying about am I aging or not. That cortisol chemical, when stress is there, when it's released into the body, then the cortisol is functioning against the skin cells. The skin cells are not able to function properly. According to research, the proteins, elastin and collagen, get disturbed in their functioning when cortisol is there. Elastin is not working well, elasticity goes, wrinkles come, skin looks old. Now, if cortisol is not there, if there's no stress for a person, then body must go naturally. The second thing, our improper thinking, oh, I'm getting old, this is not going to work right, oh, I'll have pains, maybe this thing won't support me, I had too much smoking, so I think heart is going to have a problem. When we start doing all kinds of affirmations to ourselves, then you are introducing signal to the body and saying, okay, please behave the way I'm saying. You cannot work well. So it has to obey the order. That's epigenetics. Please read Bruce Lipton's books to beginning epigenetics research. So one, unknowingly we have intense amount of stress. Second, unknowingly we have improper thinking, a limited thinking that I am going to age quickly or because of this, because of that. I know a lot of things are happening. Anyway, aging is coming. And so then we also age through a thought. If these two can be contained, our body becomes very youthful, active, energetic, dear friends. We're going to talk about energy tomorrow. Our meditation helps us to be more energetic, more aware, and be energetic. But is it going to make us very youthful? Longevity increase. One Nobel Prize winner, what's her name? What's her name, Rakesh? Blackwell. She's written a book on telomeres. Telomeres is that the end caps of the DNA, like a shoelace has an end caps. That is a small component that is researched and said an average person, as they're aging, as their years are going by, the telomerase length is reducing. But telomerase is a cause for cell duplication. Cells die in a body, of course, and a million cells going away every second, and a million cells are produced every second. A million gone. You and I don't even know. A million cells, that's 10 lakh cells, die and then get produced, leaving alone red blood cells. I'm talking about real cells. A million cells go away, a million cells come back, and so the stress, not stress. So cell duplication has to happen. If cells are dying, somebody has to produce new cells. That happens through this telomerase as an enzyme or a hormone that gets produced. That telomerase effect, there's a book she's written, yes, thank you, Elizabeth Gladwell. And the telomerase effect is saying that if the telomerase decreases in length, then, and it happens over a period of time in a human body, then the cell duplication is not happening. If cells don't, say, let's say new cells, old cells die, new cells don't come, what happens? Take a small area of the skin, and if cells don't work, and then old cells go, new cells don't come, what happens? Then obviously, then slowly, its density is decreasing. So that means it is elastin, the cells that produce elastin are not there, obviously elasticity won't be there. The glow won't be there if collagen is not there. And so, dear friends, the telomerase, which is, for meditators, the research is that it is staying constant or increasing, not reducing. So that means that cell duplication happens. The basis for human body to grow and survive, one cell duplication must happen. There is much research on this whole youthfulness, that how meditation is helping one to become youthful and longevity. So cell duplication increases longevity. That means ability to stay longer. It's not just meditation. There are a few other things also. A good diet, vegetarian diet is talked about, and keeping mind calm is talked about. Being with nature is talked about. But meditation is talked about as a very important aspect to keep ourselves young, youthful, and live longer. Live longer for what? We don't want to just live longer, but living longer to be in line with the purpose. The thing that will come for, will understand the concept as we go. So dear friends, today's wisdom will cover technically a lot of aspects of how meditation helps us to keep fit, youthful. Even the skin looks youthful. How many people here who've been practicing for some time feel that friends are telling you, hey, you look very young, you stay same, blah, blah, blah. Write in the chat. It's important. It gives us beautiful confidence. We know that we can go for any longer because at the end of the day, we are physical sensory being. Through that, we respond. We are physical sensory being, and so then through that, we feel good about what we inspire, and then we continue to do so. It's great. Let's go into meditation practice, dear friends. This simple practice is removing the interference. When mind is in removing, the thoughts are removed, mind interference, the body is gone, body great. When thoughts are removed, your interference into the people are gone, they look fine. Your relationship will be great. When you stop interfering into the nature, it'll take care of itself. Everything is that way. It starts here. So let's go into the meditation again, dear friends. We're practicing breath meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind. And the simple process that we follow to rest the mind is breath meditation, observing our normal, natural in breath and the out breath with our eyes closed. As you see in the picture, with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, closing your eyes without spectacles, resting your attention on the nose, observe your breath. And slowly, mind is becoming less of thought to go into emptier states. You won't even know when you're going to empty states. So don't try to control it. The only job is to observe the breath. You observe the breath in the beginning, slowly mind goes empty. That time you also forget that you are with the breath. You may not even know there is a breath because breath becomes diminished at some point. And so you start observing the breath, slowly go into empty states. There's no breath, there's no music, nothing. You are in a state of emptiness where you don't know where you are at times. At times you know where you are, many things are happening, but you know you are in a state of emptiness. Be in that state. It's calming, it's peaceful, it's energetic, it's blissful, it's many things that are at that point. Anything involuntarily happening, observe all of it. If thoughts are there, you know it's an active thought in your mind. That time you're thinking. Bring your attention back to the breath. And again, start the process all over. Breath meditation. Let's practice it once again, dear friends. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. If you have patience, and in life, we do many things and we take time to learn them. Take a vocational degree, it takes 3 years. An engineering degree, 4 years. Research, 5 years or 6 years. Medicine, 8 years. Of meditation, asking 40 days without expecting result. So just be there. However your meditation every day is, just sit down today one more time, and you will have your breakthroughs. It's already happening. It just has to show up into your day, into your life, that it is benefiting you. So relax yourself, irrespective of how many thoughts you have, dear friends. Just be with your breath. If thoughts are there, be with your breath. Thoughts are not there, be in that state. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. friends, dear masters, we are in this powerful group meditation. Observe your natural breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. No sounds in the mouth, no chanting, no mantra, no forms in the mind, gods, goddesses, no forms. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to observe the breath and allow yourself to experience calmness, that stillness within you, emptiness all around you. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of all creation. The field of infinite dimensions, infinite possibilities. The field of intelligence, the more you are with it in this emptiness, the more you tune in to this intelligence, to these possibilities. merge into the emptiness of yourself. That greater mind, the divine intelligence within you, that awareness, the longer you are with it, with this nothingness, that all-pervading intelligence, the more enabling you become, the more allowing you become. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be exploring consciousness, to be experiencing this life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to all things and everyone in your life, to all the people, to this mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, everyone and everything. To the technology, to all our creation, the system, the company, the governments, to yourself, and to this intelligent universe, the quantum field, for allowing us to experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. Sometimes on Tuesdays we have masters coming in and sharing. All of us, like we say, master, anyone who practice meditation is a master. So people like us who are sharing, and so we have one of our wonderful masters, Kiran Mai, madam. Yes, we'll listen to her experience. Yes, Rakesh.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Kiranmai, a medical doctor who now lives in Des Moines, Iowa. She adopted meditation and vegetarianism and became a certified meditation coach. This journey has led to a profound clarity and purpose, and today she's a licensed financial professional and a business coach, empowering others to live their fulfilling lives. She leads community meditation initiatives, including World Meditation Day, supported by the city, Des Moines, and its mayor. She collaborates with the hospitals and officials to integrate meditation into public systems. Her goal is to establish a scientific meditation elective for middle and high school students in Des Moines, creating a model for nationwide implementation. Yes.
Yes, Kiran Mai, madam. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, sir. Thank you so much for having me. I feel like this is a privilege to be called by you so that I can share my experience. Um, and thank you, Rakesh ji, like for introduction. And so basically, like in 2021, I became a vegetarian even before I got into meditation, and that's why I call it as if the universe has took me in that gradual path. Because within 4 months after becoming a vegetarian, I got into meditation, and then I learned how here we promote the vegetarianism. So meditation has helped me to bring clarity, not only to bring clarity on a lot of areas of my life, including personal, relationship, career, and like even in the health situations. It has transformed me so much. Like in the hindsight, when I reflect back, I just started because of its simplicity. Because by then I was trying many different things. I was doing yoga, I was doing a lot of other kind of the practices, and I always have identified myself more of a spiritual side of a person more than on the religious side. So like there was so much that I was trying to explore, but I think I didn't have a direction until I got introduced with BuddhaCEO, and I really fell in love with how Chandra sir, like you kind of bring that scientific aspect. So the analytical brain for me was seeking those answers. So taking all of that, so I was becoming now very curious when I looked at the scientific aspects of the things. And I started practicing, and it has immensely helped me not only to a lot of the health related things. Like I used to have like a tinnitus in my ear that required a surgery. Like it's a pulsatile tinnitus, meaning I was hearing my heartbeat like 24/7. So that one got reduced, and I would say it did not reduce because I was meditating for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. No, because when I started, I was so curious. Like at any given time, I was left and right signing up for a lot of sessions on PSSM and BuddhaCEO, Shriyans Daga, everything that was doing Anapanasati, because for me that the simplicity of it was what I was looking. So with those wisdom sessions included, anywhere like 6 to 7 hours is what I was spending on this for good 7 to 8 months. And I kind of left everything and I was just focused on this. And in that journey, I realized this problem, a structural problem that required a surgery, kind of calmed down. And that helped me to have better sleep. And when I'm having better sleep, I was not depressed because not having the sleep and what is this bothering, like not able to hear, getting agitated when people talking in a crowd and all of that, it made me stabilize more when that was gone, and I was being able to take care of a lot more things. And then further I started meditating anywhere between 1.5 to 2 hours. I realized that was my sweet spot, because I was enjoying like deeper meditations. And in doing so, as I mentioned, I was able to handle a lot of things that were happening in my life, including what I wanted to do with my career, where I want to go, because because I was looking at a lot of flexibility that I wanted in my life, so that I can put my majority of my time on purposeful side of the life, where I can continue some philanthropic activity, not being bound to a corporate 9 to 5 style kind of a job. But I didn't know what I was looking for. I know like I wanted time freedom. I know I wanted to be able to spend time with my daughter. I know I wanted to be able to travel and meet friends. And I know at the same time I wanted to earn some decent money. So said that I was doing all of that, and in all that thing, one thing I realized was I did not have the financial knowledge, and that is where I realized if I do not have that, how am I going to teach my daughter? And I also realized my parents gave me like so much of education and everything, but this is one thing I need to give my daughter: a community of people, good people, and also like that financial literacy, so she can be empowered enough. but she wouldn't meditate like any other teenagers, right? So that is where, on one of the profound experiences that I had in one of my meditative sessions, I realized my wife for my life that I have been in search for so many years by then was like, I want to take this curriculum that Chandra sir was teaching us, which impacted me so much. I wanted to be able to give that to the students, so that, because here in US, a lot of those things, like in middle school, like this, children get very stressed out and all of that, right? So I wanted to be able to take it early on in their life. And because I've been volunteering a lot with schools and all of it by then, I know how to reach out and at least start working on a lot of things. So somehow, like, networking became my strength area, which I never was. I realized that because of that clarity I got, right? So I wanted to do that, but I was not in a position to actually start executing until like last year. So last year, I somehow, like 2025, when I look back, I was running, trying to grow, set like higher goals for myself in the career and a lot of those things. But at the same time, I also realized just around this time last year, I was in a business meeting, and soon after the business meeting, I remember this profound moment. I don't know how to describe it. I just felt suddenly as if like everybody around me was feeling very positive about me. Like, I don't know how to describe that, but I identified that moment to be as if I had like that, so much of emotional clarity happening, so much of emotional healing happening, right? So, and I was very happy. And after that, things were happening and all of it. And I set like higher goals for my career and all of it. And I started doing manifestation sessions in the local community. And by then, like for last 3 years, I was asking Chandra sir to come to Des Moines and do the 2-day meditation sessions. I've been incessantly telling him like, hey, I'm going to do this curriculum for the schools. I don't have clarity of how I will do, but I was just telling him, and I want you to come here. I didn't know why I want him to come. All I know is I want him to come to my house to Des Moines, so that he will stay in my house. That's all I know. But all things started coming together, and we did an Iowa summit. And Iowa summit, it was a 2-day event. Chandra sir was there, and we combined the mega meditation summit, the mini DMC, and manifestation sessions together. And we have invited a couple of dignitaries, so that, again, it was very intentional. I invited a city council member who was my friend, and I invited Dr. Sahai, who is a philanthropist and educationalist locally, who has donated millions of dollars to the universities here. Knowing that Chandra sir is also going to go in that route, I invited him, and I invited another friend of mine who is a cultural ambassador. So having those 3 people from 3 diverse areas and having them as a panel and experiencing what Chandra sir has done. And then there was this angel in the I call him Angel. Like, so he is there in the audience. He is Dr. Batra, Chandra Mohan Batra. Many of you might have already spoke to him or listened to him. And he was there, and he got inspired with Chandra sir's sessions, and he started taking it to the hospitals. So even before I could take it to the schools, we started doing it to the hospitals. So so far, I think we have done like at least 9 sessions to various hospitals and residency programs, surgery, psychiatry, family practice, internal medicine, and even the medical students, and even the cancer patients. And then come in all that, Dr. Anush Bhargava, he is the CEO of Iowa Diabetes. So he reached out saying like, what are you doing nowadays? Like, I see you everywhere. What are you doing? And I said like, oh, I'm doing this and all. Like, what exactly are you trying to accomplish? And I mentioned to him like the concept of the JCML and how we were trying to bring any meditation is good meditation is the mission. So he said like, okay, let me support you on your World Meditation Day. And when he mentioned that, initially the World Meditation Day idea was for me just a marketing tool for the RCML. By the way, like with the Iowa Summit, Chandra sir said, next RCML, you are going to do it in Des Moines. So for me, WMD was like more like a marketing tool, but with Dr. Anush Bhargava pitching in and saying like, I'm going to partner on this, then it went almost like a scientific symposium format kind of. And then with that going on, like we were able to bring in the proclamation, because now like Suresh Reddy was trying to reach out and take us to the mayor. I'm really sorry. Like, I don't know why he's doing that. I'll hold him. Okay. Please stay sometime, please. So like we reached out to the mayor and we applied for the proclamation for the World Meditation Day. And when we applied for the proclamation, the Art of Living people came in and they wanted to do it, but the city said like we are ahead of it. And so the national level Art of Living people reached out, and it somehow like that visibility started happening. But in all this, one thing that so like it went really well, really well. And Dr. Deming, who is he's a oncologist, and he has his own foundation called Above and Beyond Cancer. And like the hospital here, like the cancer wing is named after him. What he does is he brings a spiritual holistic healing as integrated healing for the cancer patients. He was one of the speakers on that event. So that brought a lot of new people were there. More new people came in for the World Meditation Day. And it was like more like leaders in the community came. So now everyone is supportive and is like, okay, let's help you for the RCML. So the seeding for the RCML happened, and now like we are trying to work on it. In all this thing, one thing I realized when I look back was there was in July when Sir was here, I really had really bad pain. It was almost like heart attack. Like that's how bad it was that I needed to almost wanted to go to the emergency room and all somehow, but I was feeling it is not heart attack, but the pain was almost like that. So Chandra sir asked me where exactly the pain is and what's going on, because I was really almost like crippled. Like I was there with him, but I was suffering, literally suffering. And it was on my left side on my shoulder, in between the shoulder blades. And he said like, do you realize what it is? And I said like, no, I don't have any idea. And he said, it is like the somatic symptoms that are happening from the trauma release. And I'm like, okay, I know like the trauma can cause the somatic symptoms, but I never thought the trauma release can happen, create the somatic symptoms. So the analytical brain of me again went back and looked up for the research articles, and the symptoms were exactly what I was going through. And then I started reflecting back. Last year, as I mentioned, that emotional shift after it happened, I started becoming sick. Consistently, I've been like sick, something or the other. So that is when I realized, okay, so basically the toxins in the body, the inflammation in the body is releasing, and that is coming out in the form of the sickness, whether it is urinary tract infection or fever, suddenly without any explanation, or this sudden pain and all of it. Then I was like, why then this intense pain? Why is it not going slowly? And then I realized, because of the Iowa Summit, I have done that group meditation, and then the Mount Shasta Advanced Meditation, which is again group meditation. So I was accumulating a lot of energies, which probably or maybe true were like suddenly trying to flush out suddenly. So, and my body I couldn't handle that much of flushing out. And what happened after that in October, when I went on a boot camp again for my business, was amazing, because again, there was this after meeting dance, people were dancing and everything. I never danced and all, but I was trying that day. I could bend, jump, do everything which I never did in my life. And I was thinking the next day I'm going to have cramps, but I did not have cramps. And I realized I'm not using any Tylenol anymore, because whenever I go for these conferences, I get so tired, I wear the heels, you're dressed formally and all of these, like my back hurts and all. So I usually take a Tylenol in the night when I go to the bed, and then again take Tylenol on the morning when I'm going to the conference, so I can handle throughout the day. I stopped even carrying it. Like I'm not taking Tylenol to these conferences anymore. And I didn't have this thing. So I was like, okay, my body is healing so much. And I thought like, okay, everything is good. And then again, I got sick like early this year. And it was like my lungs, like Rakesh Garu, you were saying like you had bronchitis, right? I had childhood asthma. So now again, I got sick after the World Meditation Day. And then I went for my college reunion. They were all such positively energized events that I have been part of. And then I got sick and I suffered so much. It was almost like the childhood asthma that I had, except the asthma attacks. And like laryngitis, and I'm still having that throat and all, like so that healing was happening. So I talked to Chandra sir after he came back from the solitude practice, and he said, can you give me a commitment of um, doing like 40 days meditation for 3 hours, 1.5 hour in the morning, 1.5 hour in the evening? And I said like, yes, sir, I will do it. Um, However, I'm having a challenge because I'm not able to sit nowadays. I'm getting restless, and it's been happening for an year. And I go into a sleep state. How can I do 1.5 year? I don't know. And he said, like, just set that intention and do it. So I think like today is like a seventh day or eighth day. And I have been doing. And another thing that was happening parallelly with is career, right? So career, the goals I have set were not happening as much. And I keep saying, Chandra sir, like, sir, this is not happening. Why is it not happening? Because I want to have a balance of my spiritual life and career and personal life and everything. I want it to be awesome. And I don't want a glass ceiling for any of those three areas. And he's like, it is happening. It is happening. And like he said, my mentor in my career now, like he said, like you have this potential to work towards getting towards that CEO title, meaning I would have to build like 10 organizations under me. And I said like, oh, do you really think I have it? I don't believe myself. But for me, that belief system happened just in January when Chandra sir was in that solitude practice. So I was excitedly talking to him about it, and he took that commitment. And I'm doing even today, like I'm coming into this with the 4 hours of meditation practice. And like I'm getting a lot of insights when I'm doing it, like how to handle the leadership, the inner leadership, my health, and a lot of things. So I'm very, very blessed. Thank you so much, sir. I am going to do and complete the 40 days that I have committed to you. And we are also working towards the RCML, and we are going to see you more and more, working with you to make it a successful event. And again, we are not going to settle for less. We are working towards bringing the governor as the keynote speaker for it, Consulate General of India, and also do another state level proclamation on it with your guidance. Thank you again.
Okay. A very different sharing.
I don't know what you are expecting from me, but I wanted
I don't
to.
expect anything. I don't expect anything. Okay, wonderful. You know, a true light worker we call. Light worker says to spread light. And here is Kiranmaya madam, wants to spread light, that knowledge, that we are much more. And can be done, it can be realized with a simple practice of breath meditation. That's the essence. What is RCML, by the way? Used now, spirituality, we have to have words now. WMD, RCML, CML, what is all these words?
World Meditation Day
Intellectual
and
is best.
National Conference for meditation leaders. Sorry about that. Yeah.
A regional conference of meditation leaders. Meditation has to become a day-to-day thing. It cannot be a personal practice in bedroom. It has to be in the hallways and the conference rooms and the boardrooms. It has to be there. A group meditation is powerful. Why won't we do it when it is simple? There's no attire required, no mats required. You simply sit in the chair. So all possibilities exist. That's what Kiranmaya madam is doing her best in reaching out as many, as diverse, always. So thank you, Kiranmaya madam. You gave, of course, commitment to yourself, not me. All right? Okay. So wonderful. So it's good to hear and then take inspiration, right, from masters like this. Challenges come. It's not that challenges won't come. Challenges come, but then you have the options to recover. You recover quickly. It's called resilience. How quickly can you come out of challenge and then go forward? And there's some few days you'll recognize they're not challenges anymore. There's opportunities to become stronger and better so that they're preparing for something bigger. These states will happen. And so, in spite of many things, Madam Karanmai is doing her best in spreading this word. Thank you. Yes, Rakeshji.
Beautiful sharing, Karanmai madam. Amazing. It's very, very inspirational. I know many of participants want to reach out to you.
Yeah, you can connect them with me. I don't have any problem to talk with anybody. You can share my number with them. Yeah.
Yes, that simple inspiration, that commitment to take this to everyone. Beautiful. Thank you. We have
any announcements? Let's formally close it. We are quite past the time.
Yes. So yeah, no other no announcements specifically today.
Okay. Okay, dear friends. So thank you all. Thank you for joining. We will see you all tomorrow again. There is much to share, much to learn in this. Just stay through. Just stay through. In case some concepts you didn't understand, please go back and re-listen to them. That app, BuddhaCEO App, beautifully built by Rakesh and Sai, the company called Be Supermind, gives us a free app technology through which we can very quickly find things in it. And so easy to go and then re-listen to some of this wisdom that helps us. We only observe 5% in normal time. So you got to repeat it to absorb all of it. So see you all tomorrow. Thank you. This formal closing later.
Yes.
We can have some questions and interactions we can have. Thank you.
Yeah, just before we close, I just like to, again, I think you mentioned we have many other channels through which you can stay connected with the foundation. So we have our YouTube channel, BuddhaCEO, 2 channels, BuddhaCEO and BuddhaCEO Live. And of course, our Facebook and Instagram handles. Our WhatsApp groups. I hope all of you have joined at least one group. So apart from of course, the app. So please do stay subscribed to these channels and stay connected. You will get many more inspirational stories like Dr. Kiranmai. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, friends. So we'll see you tomorrow and we'll stay for some more time for those who want to interact.
I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you. And so it is.
Yes, Mr. Srinivas Rao, would you like to share? Raise your hand.
Yeah, hi. My name is Srinivas. So, yeah, I'm from California. So, I joined BuddhaCEO almost 1 year back. And I also have tinnitus. That is the reason I try to talk because Kiranmai said something. Maybe I can take her suggestions. But meditation is helping a lot. I'm able to manage my tinnitus and yeah, it's very helpful. Yeah, I'm doing almost from 1 year the BuddhaCEO meditation. and it's helping a lot. It's really useful. Yeah, that's what I would like to share.
I shared my number with you, sir, like, so you can reach out to
Yeah,
me.
sure. Yeah, I'll contact you. Yeah. I don't know. I need to go to surgery, but yeah, I will take your suggestion. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I met you, sir, when you came to California. I'm not sure you remember. Chandra, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to recollect. But yes, let's speak once on other days. Please share your experience too. If the video on some other days, if you share, it'd be great. How meditation is helping.
Yeah, it's helping a lot. Before that, I used to upset for the small things. Now they're going down. I'm able to see the clear picture for everything. And also, one more thing I found is I used to regret a lot, even small things.
Mm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I don't see any regrets. Even small things I used to regret, think bad, why that happened and all those things. Now, if I remember, it just looks like, yeah, just they happened. It's part of our life, part of the destiny. And I just laugh. I don't see any regrets. I'm sure the longer meditations helped me. And I also read that you guys gave around 20 books. I read almost 12 books and last year, and this year I am going to read another 8 books. That completes 20. Even the books helped me a lot. And I don't think everything is right. It may be right, it may not be right, but overall, I think they really help. And that along with the meditation. And I also do a lot of other things. I do yoga, I do pranayama, I do strength training, and I also do walking. So why I'm saying is you need physical fitness as well. It's not only the meditation. And also I change a lot on the food part. I'm still not fully vegetarian. I still do some non-vegetarian for whatever the reasons. But yeah, the food as well, including the nutritious food like fruits and reducing the carbohydrates, increasing the protein, and so on. Yeah, all these things, yeah, they made my life change a lot. So from last 2 years, I'm doing even meditation before that. I would say I'm doing from 5 years, but last 1-2 years there is a significant change. And yeah, I just want to highlight the things will not change just in 40 days or 1 month or something. It has to be part of the life, and we have to do continuously do. Then only you see a significant change in the life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You have a lot of understanding to go. Half the things you said are not necessary. But wonderful that you're seeing a change.
Yeah.
Your experience doesn't mean that others need to have for years. Right?
Yeah, some people they might
That
come
itself
possible.
is an understanding. Infinite possibilities exist. Nutrition, this, that, carbohydrate, where were they 300 years ago? Were they there? Why is it required now? We have to question ourselves and say everything is through thought. Everything is conditioning. Who is eating carbohydrates or proteins? Who is measuring anybody? Anybody measuring? People in the Himalayas are doing strength training. Where are they doing? We have a long way to go in understanding
Yeah, my blood
the mind-body
glucose.
connection.
Yeah.
There's a long way to go in understanding the mind-body connection. Otherwise, we'll always be stuck in the loop of whatever we know. I think this is true.
Yeah.
I was in my 14-day solitude. The only biggest conclusion I came to is that I don't understand anything. This consciousness is playing at its best through each and every one of us. We think that we will understand a lot. Karanmaya Madam thinks that she understands a lot. I did it, I did it, I did it. What do we understand, Karanmaya Madam? We are simply there. We're simply there playing through this game. I was there in this retreat. I went for myself, right? And Karnool Pyramid. Now there is a single room Shirdi Sai Baba Mandir. And then the priest for that was given a tiny cell. Now you look at the priest, you think that, okay, just somebody who needed help, support, and so he just came here. But only I was speaking to him, meaning I was exchanging notes a little bit through chatting because I was on silence. Said, tell me a little bit about himself. He said, I come from a priest family. I took to meditation from childhood, from Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. Then he went to Iowa Fairfield for 2 years, next door to you. And he was there. 24-hour meditation he did as a condition for them to be taken to Iowa Fairfield, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi University. And 2 years they practiced, they learned, they taught, came back. He's come from a decently well-off family. Yet, something is happening to him. He came to this Karnool somewhere from North India. In a tiny cell he lives. And then he goes to that only single cell mandir of Sai Baba and then does some arati puja and then goes off. He's living like that. Looking at him, you'll not even think that he's done all of this in his life. What do we know on how things are playing out in this whole consciousness, game of consciousness? We'll easily dismiss of people by looking. But he's done more meditation from very childhood, 6 years. Transcendental meditation was introduced to him. And he went to this. So many things he did. So he's clear. He said, I'm just a karma yogi. I'm doing here what is given to me and then I'm continuing. Youngster is not very old, by the way. He's probably 35, 36 maybe. That's all yours.
Yeah, one more thing I noticed is I'm not much worried about tomorrow. Previously, I used to worry a lot about kids, their future, and all those things. Now I'm not much worried. I'm only thinking what I can do today to make tomorrow better.
Wonderful. That's great. I mean, that's all it is. Small things you stop worrying and then half the interference is gone.
Yep.
Wonderful. Please read some of the literature back to back, front to back, 2-3 times.
Yep.
So the more we dissolve the constructs, the more free you become. The more you dissolve the constructs of what you've been taught. I used to do gymming. I used to go to gym quite a bit, exercise quite a bit, all of it. Today my meditation helps me greatly for over 20 years now. Okay. Different people have different requirements. All right. First of all, we have to remove the construct that I need this. Nothing is necessary for this body. I have to remove that whole understanding that I need it. I talked about in the beginning, I said, this is the most intelligent body, it will take care of itself.
Now I cannot stop.
1 second. So when we're tuned into it, they'll tell you what to do. For some people, we tell, hey, please go run and come. Do running then. For some people tell you, hey, I want you to stretch yourself. Like, body is telling you, okay, it is a craving for milk suddenly or craving for some fruit suddenly. Because it knows and it is asking you to do. Tune in to this. And then get guided and say, okay, I need some exercise, do it. Get guided, oh, I need some yoga, do it. Get guided, I need this, do it. Tune into this first, as opposed to tuning in here, which is all external. Right? So then we truly become free from all constructs. Then you're not worried about it because you are allowing this body to guide you. Right? Okay. Then you have a perspective. A perspective would say, yes, without strength, my body won't work. That's a perspective, tuning and coming. Then you are absolutely be there. You'll be free. That's all I'm trying to say. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. I look to meet you again. I'm coming in May and June. Please come to that Iowa conference That
Yeah, sure.
Chandra is going to host with our beautiful masters there.
Yeah, I'll be in India for 1 month in March and
Okay.
February. Are you in Hyderabad any chance, or in Bangalore?
Just reach out, sir. Reach out to Koti. They'll post the
Okay.
number and my schedule will be there. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, we have somebody posted. I lost my job from the last 4 months. I don't have a single rupee of income and not getting a job. I'm so depressed and I don't know what to do.
This meditation program will help you. You'll get everything of how to gain a job, how to first stay calm and cool, and use this as an opportunity, as a springboard to understand more about yourself. That's what this program is. And a lot of times that's why things happen. Right things happen. All the time right things are happening for us. And so use it as the greatest opportunity that you learn right here into a 4-day program like this. We also learn manifestation concepts next week. And so that'll help a great deal on how to recreate things that we want to experience. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Raj. We have a question here. Is it common falling asleep for a few moments? Almost every session it has happened.
Very common. A lot of times we don't sleep, but we think we slept. Because the only thing we know when we're not aware of ourselves is equal to sleep, right? And so we say asleep. But many times we don't sleep. And it's not necessary to bother about it. But if you think you slept, it's okay. It's good. Sleep is is one of the meditation experiences. Meaning in meditation, you go to sleep because you go to delta state, theta state. So it's fine. Absolutely fine. Continue to do. Some people sleep for months before the body gets recalibrated, but it's okay.
Yes. Kalam Reddy, you have anything to ask? Want to share?
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Chandra sir. This is KLM Reddy from Dallas, Texas. First of all, this is my first experience in meditation. Never did even one session before this. This is 9 days teak. I think this is definitely something, I don't know like how to even describe it, but extremely satisfactory, right? For me, at least, if I observe myself, I'm more calm compared to ever. At the same time, I'm more ambitious compared to ever. So this is a kind of a combination that is so unique that I felt I never felt before. But like, so I think one question that I would like to ask, as I was kind of observing, right, like the description that you gave, right, as you get these thoughts, right, so acknowledge them, and then again start observing your breathing, right, breathe out, breathe in. And when I do that, I think it's coming back for sure that I realize that I'm losing those thoughts. The same thought would never continue after that. It's happening. But the question that I got as I was going through is when I observe the breathing, right? So observation is something that you are not involved in that process, right? Like that you are basically a third party observing something that is happening, not part of the actual action itself. But what I felt is that actually me, when I started observing, actually me influencing that breathing directly. That means that I kind of like feel that I am participating in that breathing itself. And would that be something that I don't know, like, is it something that is the experience with all the meditators, or is it something that we slowly get out of it and eventually become a third party in the observation?
Observe means you're observer already, which is outside the observed. We do, we act, we do many things, and then there's a part in us which is also observing and guiding. Cognition, metacognition. So you're absolutely right. When you observe, you already are becoming the thing that is observed, the part in us which is observing everything, so that can guide us. You know that. The child is doing something, parent or teacher sees, observes, guides them, hey, this is going this way, go this way. So that observer is observing, and so we only humans have this metacognition capability to observe what we do. There are different aspects of us. That observer, when it is done beautifully and slowly, he becomes the grand observer, the consciousness. So it is possible that when you're observing your breath, then you're, of course, everything that gets observed changes. Everything gets observed changes. So breath is getting observed by us, where you place your attention, where you place your energy, and so then by definition, our attention is on the breath, and so our energy is onto the breath, and so then it gets regulated to the right thing, gets balanced. It gets balanced. No matter how the breath was, shallow and then long and erratic and all of that, but if anybody has awareness to just step back and observe the breath in that situation, it suddenly gets regulated, gets balanced. Right? If you have
Got
specific
it.
intention to do something, then it will change to that. If you don't have intention but simply observe, then it'll go to natural state. Natural state is to be balanced. It'll happen. Right? So just by
I see.
observing the breath takes the body into coherent state, step one, and then it helps to lower the mind thought, step two, and so it will happen. Okay. What we should do when observing the breath, we should not have now some analysis and say, oh, is it heavy breath? Is it long breath? Oh, why am I sometimes this way? And all the analysis we have to avoid and do simple, subtle witness observation. Just simply observe, okay, it is there. All right. Then that would
Yeah,
be non-interference observation.
got it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I think that makes total sense. And thank you for adding that, right? Like I did have those thoughts like long breath versus short breath and all that, but like I try to ignore it continuously and just focus and observe. But I think this clarifies a lot, and thank you for that. And one more aspect, like what I started trying like past few days. Generally, I tend to lose the energy throughout the day, right? Like I generally, be part of so many meetings, camera on. I work from home, and around 2 p.m. Generally, I lose a lot of my energy, and then my participation is not active. But like what I did, like I kept like 15 minutes meditation in between, blocked my time, started actually just the same thing, right? Same thing, and just for 15 minutes. And what I observed, even the day one that I did, like the energy came back. I was kind of as fresh as I was in the morning, and I was so surprised. But I tried to analyze like what is really happening. Obviously, I don't have a lot of background and knowledge on that. I thought of asking like what is really happening.
Energy comes back because you are calming. Anyway, every regular meditation, it keeps your mind state calmer, right? And so that means lesser thought, lesser dissipation of energy. There are many things come into your body, habits get regulated. Your food intake in due course will change. And your thoughts come down, your speech, unwanted speech goes away. Anything unwanted goes away, so conserve a lot of energy. And you are more into calmer state, so then the more energy is received. So you gain in meditation, you increase your energy tremendously, and then wakeful time you are avoiding dissipation of energy unnecessarily. Both will happen. So you'll become very energetic and alert, right?
Got it.
So that's practically all of us see. When I used to go morning in a global executive role, so you got meetings in the morning, you got meetings in the 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at IBM, or otherwise these days for anyone. It doesn't matter big or small company. Global rules, 24/7 meetings. You ought to be participative. You got to add value, not just drag ourselves to the meeting. So we used to do that. And then people used to get surprised. Where that energy? How can you be that fresh at 11 o'clock in the night? Of course, we can be. Video on, right? For more engaging. So pure result of meditation, because it is getting us in touch with the whole. The whole is large. That's the true understanding of where we are going. We explain through all this body energy, this and that. But it's truly, we are being in touch with the whole, which is much more powerful and then larger than what we can comprehend. That's where it all comes from. Okay.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really appreciate all your support. I'm super committed to continue the rest of the sessions.
Wonderful, sir. I'll be there in Dallas. We're trying to do in sometime middle of May, I think, a 2-day workshop. So look to see you there.
Looking forward, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. Conclude here, okay, sir?
Yes. Thank you. Beautiful interactions. Thank you, friends. Again, we'll continue this journey. We'll meet back again tomorrow. Thank you, Chandra, for a beautiful session.
Okay, so thank you all.
I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you. And so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shining through. I see the love that's in you. And so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul.